Welcome, beautiful soul. It's time to remember who we are. You were born for this moment, this breath. Nature teaches us and reminds us that whatever it is that we are searching for, that whatever our hearts and souls are longing for, we must know our unlimited power and worth. It's all already within us. So thank you for saying yes to this moment. Thank you for saying yes to this journey. And most of all, thank you for saying yes to yourself. Welcome, beautiful soul. Welcome, beautiful soul. I'm so grateful that you have made time and space to be with us today. This episode comes after some deep reflection within my own life, within what's happening in this world, on this planet. And so there's also a little whimsical component to today's episode of what's love got to do with it. You know, I can remember, I believe it was 1984, I wore this song out. And I'll tell you more about why this theme, every time I hear this song, it means so much, and why it's important for us to truly look deeper at the meaning of what love has to do with it in our own lives, especially in this season, especially with whatever you are going through, with whatever you are noticing in this world. I want you to tune in today especially. So before we go any further, you know that we love to begin with breath. I invite you right now to join us if you're able to. Close your eyes. And let's start with simply breathing. Notice where your own inhale and exhale is moving through your body. Put your attention on that breath as it comes in through your nose and as it exhales, as it leaves your body. Notice the temperature of your breath. Does it feel warm as it comes in or as it leaves? Does it feel cooler? Simply notice the temperature of your breath. And notice where in your body the breath is moving today. Do you feel it in your head, in your throat, in your chest, or deeper down in your abdomen? Simply notice where in the body your breath is moving. And this is our time to give thanks. So I want you to give thanks to yourself for being right where you are, for showing up, for being open, for being exactly and exquisitely who you already are. Perfect, whole, and complete. Give thanks to yourself. Thank yourself for being exactly where you are on your journey. Every breath is truly a victory. And now we want to give thanks to the breath of life moving through us. connecting us to all that is. We are grateful for the breath of life. To know that we are never alone. And that we are part of this beautiful symphony, this beautiful orchestra called life. That we share in this beautiful life with all. That being here on this planet is a gift. And so we give thanks, we celebrate, we recognize, we appreciate the collective life that connects us with generations before us, generations with us, and generations that are still to come. We're grateful that we are connected to all living beings, to the plants, to the animals, to the stars, the moon, the sun, beyond, that we are part of life that exceeds and expands beyond what even our natural mind could ever comprehend. And so we celebrate the beauty and the vastness, the majesty of life. And I invite you to use this time to notice, what have you accumulated that is for you? And what have you accumulated that no longer is, that's not for you, that you can let go of? So we want to welcome in with every inhale. We welcome in the connections that warm our heart, that remind us that we are never alone, that support us, that make us laugh and smile and sometimes weep and cry because our hearts are filled with the beauty of connection, the beauty of relationship. And so we welcome that connection to continue to deepen and to grow and to flourish. We welcome in joy. We welcome in those moments that bring us laughter, lightheartedness, that warm us and fill us with a glow. We are grateful for joy and we welcome joy. With the inhale, we also welcome compassion and peace. It's easy to be busy. It's easy to blow through one moment to the next. And so as we breathe, it's our opportunity to come into this moment of presence and to cultivate space for compassion and peace to emanate to fill, to nourish, to remind us that while there may be messages outside of us telling us to worry and to panic and to be afraid and scared and angry and frustrated, that each breath is our reminder we are coming home to peace. It's who we are. We welcome peace because it's who we are. We make space for peace to deepen and expand, for compassion to reign. That it's tempting to be caught in a web of blame, pointing fingers and judgment, dismissing, forgetting that we all are truly a work in progress. Yes, we are masterpieces, and yes, we are also works in progress. And compassion is a beautiful fertilizer for us to continue to evolve and mature and grow. So we receive compassion for ourselves, laying down the need to be perfect, to have it all figured out, to have every answer to every solution, that we welcome compassion, and with it, the grace that allows us to be here in this moment. The acceptance of ourselves. Accept yourself. Fully accept yourself. Acceptance is like a beautiful, warm embrace that you are able to give yourself. And as you give yourself compassion, amazingly, your capacity to share compassion also grows and expands and deepens. Grace to let go of the rigidity of looking through a narrow lens of right and wrong, of good and bad, to see through a lens of compassion that grace is the gift that you get to give yourself. And grace means no matter what is happening, you are okay. You are worthy. Of love. You are worthy of an opportunity to simply keep breathing, keep learning, keep growing. That none of us has it all figured out. And grace is our reminder that we walk this journey with the humility and the openness to know that while our answers are already within us, they emerge in a timing that we cannot always predict or understand. And so we welcome the grace to say it's okay where I am. I'm still growing. I'm still learning. I'm open. We let go of the harshness, the abrasive judgment that tells us we should, we have to. Grace says, be where you are. Keep trusting that you are part of the journey, and the journey is alive in you. And we each go through this journey collectively and uniquely, a breath, a breath, a breath, a breath, moment by moment, a breath. Every inhale, we deepen into that relaxed state that says, you are already enough. You don't need to try to be anything other than who you are. That at your core, you are enough. Yes, we may have passed through different periods, different passages where we felt we had to be something else, where we tried on different costumes. We let other people's opinions filter in. Perhaps we even forgot our own song, our own power, our own name. And so we are able to come back in right here, right now, as we breathe to this beautiful place of knowing you at your core are already more than enough. That you can let go of those outer voices and even the inner ones that want to criticize and tear down and compare. And you can come right back to the beautiful harmony that's awaiting you within you, that says you are not alone and you are more than enough. You don't need the extras. You don't need to strive and try and push and fight. That you can begin to make space for your true essence to come through. And what is your true essence? I'm here to remind you, your true essence is yes, grace. Yes, peace. Yes, compassion. Yes, gentleness. Yes, light. On the darkest nights, where we may not be able to see our way through, within you, deep within you, is a light that is more than enough to guide you, to illuminate the way for you. You are light. And divine light is alive in you. And as we make space for that light, it grows. We tend to that light. So that the flicker expands and grows and warms and fills us, and then emanates and illuminates through us. And collectively, we add and elevate consciousness and presence to every space by simply being, trusting, letting your inner light grow, letting it come through. Honoring your own inner light. And our breath is our reminder to connect to the beautiful inner light within you. We can easily spend a lot of energy consumed with the vibration of confusion and chaos, and breath, lovely breath, is your invitation all the way back to your inner truth, your inner power, your inner light, your inner essence. And so we breathe to let the inhale fill us with the nourishment to be fortified with all that strengthens, uplifts, encourages, all that feeds our true essence, your true inner heart, your beautiful soul. And with every exhale, we let go of the distraction, the noise, the lies and the fiction. We let go of everything that distracts us and tries to tell us that our answer is outside of us, that tries to keep us in a box of frustration and hurt and anger, wanting retaliation and revenge and recompense. And instead, as we let it go, we see it all being beautifully recycled by the light of lights, so that all of that energy can be transmuted and transformed back to a light, to a grace that liberates us. Aren't you ready to be liberated? Are you ready to soar a little higher? to let go of a limitation, of a chain that tries to keep you tethered to a small, old, stale story. That tries to keep you boxed into fear. That tries to make you forget your own extraordinary, beautiful magnificence. That makes you forget your blessings and all that we have to be grateful for. So we let go of all of that angst, all of that distraction. We see it recycled so that we can be replenished, so that we come back to our center. We come back to calm, to stillness, settling into this moment, seeing it as the precious gift it is, this moment, each breath, a gift. Each breath a reminder that there is nothing separate within you, that you are whole and connected. You are beautifully designed, and there are beautiful deposits that have been put into you and are waiting for each of us to say a simple yes. Yes, I am here. Yes, I continue to breathe. Yes, to this moment. No need to hurry up to the moments around the corner. A trusting of ease and grace. We trust the abundance of this moment, that your abundance is not waiting for you. It's already within you. It is you. Abundance of what? Abundance of all. Of peace and grace and compassion and kindness, connection, opportunities, relationships, experiences, forgiveness, liberation, expansion, purpose and power, harmony, wisdom, integrity, kindness, and so we receive all that is for us and we let go of all that is not, trusting it is all being beautifully recycled for us, for the all, so that we can remember that we are not waves just being tossed to and fro, but you are a beautiful soul and a powerful co-creator. You are the answer that you have been waiting for. It's within you. And every breath is the assurance of your true worth and value. Not because of what you did or can do or will do, but because of who you are. And so we say yes to the truth of who we are, the truth of who you are. There's no need to run from it or be scared of it or hide from it. Simply let each breath guide you forward, breath by breath, yes by yes. And so I want you to put your attention on your heart center. I often say this is the beautiful energy center where our true healing and guidance, where your answers all reside in this beautiful inner heart center. It's the place that connects you to all that grounds you and upholds you. And it's this connection to all that helps you expand and flourish and produce fruit. So we put our attention on that beautiful heart center, that inner heart center, beyond the emotion, beyond any ego. It's our beautiful place, a reservoir to divine connection, divine knowing, all rooted in divine love. So I want you to connect to your inner heart. And I want you to ask yourself, ask that beautiful reservoir of wisdom and truth and light and love, what is the message for you in this moment? What does your inner heart want you to know in this moment? And as you connect with that message, I want you to hold that message as we do a 5-5-5 breath. And we're going to inhale for 5 seconds together. We're going to fill up like a balloon, and then we're going to hold that breath in like a balloon for 5 seconds before we slowly exhale. So before we start, we connect with that message. Maybe subtle, maybe loud and vibrant, whichever it is, we connect with that truth that is for us in this moment. And now join us for a deep inhale for 5. And now hold it. And slowly exhale for 5. Keep your eyes closed for a moment as you thank yourself for making the space to breathe, and you thank that beautiful inner heart, your beautiful inner essence, for sharing with you. And even if you quite didn't perceive it, trust that all is revealed perfectly for us. And there's no need to worry. We trust and we give thanks that we made space to breathe. So when you're ready, get ready to gently come back and reopen your eyes. Ooh, I always say that breath is so delicious. It's so powerful. And it is the best metaphor for this beautiful rhythm of receiving what is for us, letting go of whatever is no longer needed, knowing that everything is perfectly recycled and connected. Thank you, light. We're talking about love today. What's love got to do with it? So I told you earlier, 1984, picture me in the back seat of, I think it was, I don't know, one of those like Lincoln Town cars my grandparents had, or whatever came before a Lincoln, like those long cars, maybe a Continental. And I'm in the back seat. My grandparents are in the front. My grandfather has the air conditioned turned up high. It is blasting, so much so that my grandmother and I always have a sweater on, and it's summertime. And we are traveling up the highway. It's either 75 or 95, taking us up north. But before we head up north, we're heading south. And can I tell you, that summer, no matter which station we turned the channel to, guess which song was playing? Tina Turner's What's Love Got to Do with It? And I may have beautiful many gifts. One of them is not being able to sing on key. At least I certainly didn't in 1984. I'd like to believe I've gotten a little bit better. But 1984, I sang proudly and loudly, and there was very little key to it. But I didn't care, because as Tina said, what's love got to do with it? And so even now, when I listen to music, and I love music, I love almost all music. There's very little I don't like, because there's something powerful about that creative composition of sound and melody, and when words are added to it, or sometimes even words without, or songs without words, there's just something so special about the creation of music that penetrates so deep within us. It takes us back. So when I hear that song, even now, I'm right back to that summer in the back seat, belting with Tina, What's Love Got to Do with It? And that song holds special meaning because it was such a beautiful, beautiful time of just joy. Very little self-consciousness, at least not with my grandparents. Maybe with my friends, sure. In school, absolutely. In the backseat with my grandparents, none at all. Felt completely safe, completely loved, completely accepted. And the laughter that no matter which state we were moving through, from Ohio to Florida, from Florida all the way up to Maryland, we always found that song in the summer of 1984. And so, as I am reflecting on this journey of life, as I'm looking and examining and reflecting and watching life unfold from within me and all around me, my heart is filled with so much joy and appreciation, and so much sadness and heartbreak. The joy and appreciation for the small moments that are so special. The small moments of sharing a meal with someone, a cup of tea, sharing a hug, looking into someone's eyes and they're looking back and they see you without an ounce of criticism and simply support and love. It warms my heart to hear stories of kindness, of people smiling at someone behind the counter and someone behind the counter going the extra mile. And that what could have been very transactional instead is a symbol that we are all connected. And each of us is worthy and powerful and beautiful, and none is better than or less than another. That we're part of this beautiful collective. And examples of that simply flood me with tremendous appreciation. Appreciation that I know my younger self, because she was younger, didn't have. She was just going through the moments. She was hurrying to the next one, waiting to see what was around the corner and around the corner and around the corner. And it here, at this season of my life, that I see the sweetness of those moments cumulatively and individually. And as I watch younger people and they continue to experience life, it touches my heart to see them on their own discoveries. And so I am filled with tremendous gratitude and appreciation that there's so much waiting to be revealed and unveiled, not just around us, but within us, within you. There's so much to be revealed and unveiled. And then there's the bitter part, the sad part, the part that causes my heart to ache, that crushes my spirit. When I see division prevail, when I see harshness and judgment, when I see us forget that we're all connected, when I see in my own life the temptation for a righteous indignation, my ego wanting to jump into the driver's seat and take me on a ride. And if you've heard me before, you know I say that ego only knows how to lead me into a ditch. And that temptation is real. And when I see the consequence of when we collectively forget that we are not our ego, you are not your ego, you are so much more. When I see us as humanity forget our divinity, to forget that we are spirit and energy at our core, all connected. When I see us throw that away for a cheap truth, and I can't even call it a truth, I'm going to correct that, a cheap lie, some cheap fiction to keep people tethered to a reaction of anger, because anger is a currency that unfortunately can be profitable. What do I mean by that? I mean that keeping people stuck to feeling powerless, angry, cheated, lied to, can keep people tethered to a power that is not within them, but believing that it's outside of them, and that they need to use what power they have to create more chaos and to feed the anger and to feed it like a big, huge snowball that just keeps building and growing and growing. And we add to it when we forget to be conscious, when we let the emotion like zip through us, and we forget to breathe and pause and remember that we're all in this together. We're all on planet Earth school together. And isn't it time that we as humanity learn how to be in this school without causing harm to ourselves and to one another? And that means healing. Because we as humanity have been on this planet for a long time. And there are very few periods of sustained peace in the midst of our difference and uniqueness. And we forget that our collective connection is so beautiful and fragile. And we mistreat ourselves and one another. And that hurt perpetuates. And what do we know? Hurt people hurt people. And when that takes place generation after generation, year after year, century after century, millennia after millennia, we have a pattern that is a low vibration and is also untrue. And so how do we interrupt the pattern? We heal ourselves. When you heal yourself, and what does that mean? When you take the time to say, yes, I have been hurt. I have hurt myself, I have been hurt by others, and I have hurt others. And I'm ready to wake up and let healing warm and illuminate and fill me. I'm ready to face the pain instead of running from it or pushing it down. I'm ready to look it square face to face and say, deep down, I am more than that pain. You are more than that pain. Who are you? Tina tells you you are love. What's love got to do with it? Everything, because it's who you are. You are love. At your core, you are love. Love is the answer. It's not a cliche. It is the truth. And what is love? Patient, kind, gentle, doesn't boast, doesn't want to exalt itself, extends itself, forgives, wants to see all thrive and flourish, doesn't believe better than someone else. It's time for us to come back to the basics of love. Now, back in my grandparents' car, I felt so much love. Unconditional love. When is the last time you received unconditional love? When is the last time that you extended unconditional love? That is the call. And it is a journey. And I am here to tell you, I am a work in progress. There are some days I walk and flow in that love, and there are other days when I come down to that dense energy and I forget. So breath, is how I come back to remember that at the core, I am love. At the core, you are love. When you breathe, when you slow it down, when you take a walk in nature, you can be reminded that you are not someone else's story of being less than, of thinking that you're unworthy, that you are love. And every time we remember that, and every time we extend it, every time we receive it, every time we are part of the kindness, the love expands, and that snowball begins to melt. And more light emanates and illuminates. And we walk in the fullness of who we are. And the vibration of humanity as divinity elevates. And we cannot change anyone else. I say that when I want to fix anything, when that old pattern of wanting to fix someone else tries to emerge, I breathe. And I remember when I look in the mirror that I have enough work to do right here with me. And when each of us takes accountability for the work within ourselves, we are part of a beautiful collective healing. So I encourage you, keep breathing. Look within. Your answers within you. Believe. Believe means I don't need to see evidence of it outside. I believe from within that you are far more exquisite and amazing than you've ever been told. And now is the perfect season, the perfect moment for you to say yes to who you are. Yes to being love. It's so simple, and it's exactly who you are. So thank you so much for your time today. When you hear Tina's song, I hope you remember that that's your reminder to be love, and that one day we'll be the ones driving the car as the consciousness of love for whomever wants to join us. Let's be the love. Thank you so much today. I'm grateful for you. I appreciate you. Share your comments with us. We'd love to hear them. Please share this podcast, like it, so that we can grow this message of love and light. Thank you, beautiful soul. Thank you, beautiful soul, for remembering who we are and for making time and space to be with us today. As you go forward on your journey to the known and unknown places, continue to listen to your inner heart and honor your soul, because your answers are always within you. Please consider supporting us in spreading more light and love with this message by simply liking the video below, subscribing, and consider sharing as well. Most of all, take gentle care and breathe. We see you. We thank you, beautiful soul.